Hello, great people. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu orders Nigerian Air Force to launch precision strikes in Benin Republic to deter coup plotters. On this episode of Politics with Oshua Plug, the failed coup plot in Benin Republic will make us to travel to 4 different countries. We go 4 countries. Number 1 is Benin Republic. Number 2 is the United States. Number 3 is France. And number 4 is yours truly, Nigeria. By the time we touch these 4 countries, waiting at the talk, you go understand that. So I go advise you say, don't miss this particular video because it has regional politics, political dynamics in it. It has international relations in it. It has international diplomacy in it. And we'll be looking at all these issues as it is happening. We'll be cutting through the noise on this episode of Politics with Oshua Plug, Dr. Omosholadeji. You see this particular topic, if now when I get time and I do live videos, some of you that have participated in my live session will understand what I'm saying. I can speak about it for 4-5 hours without no phone call and anything, because there is a lot of angle to this particular topic. But then I will try and just pick 1 or 2 or 3 out of it and let's make meaning out of it. First, let me start with the post of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But before I do that, if you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, of course, do want to subscribe to this channel so that as they launch the story every day, you go to land for your hand real time. And make sure so you share this video so other people go feel enjoy them as well. Now, let us go into the tweet of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let's make sense out of it. Tinubu tweeted, he said, earlier today, on my orders, I'm coming to that, the Nigerian Armed Forces stood gallantly as a defender and protector of constitutional order in the Republic of Benin on the invitation of the government. Let me first of all speak on that, on my orders. Now, what could have been written here is earlier today, on my orders. Then you should put it bracket, subject to the approval of the National Assembly. Because as you take right and say on my orders, people would think that you are the only one that have the authority to deploy, or you can unilaterally deploy Nigerian Armed Forces as you wish. No, you are subject to the authority of the National Assembly. The Nigerian Armed Forces is being funded by taxpayers' money. You as the head of executive is the commander-in-chief. So you cannot just deploy them to another country the way you like. So you saying on my orders, it is not only on your orders, it is subject to the approval of the National Assembly. And even if you deploy them based on exigency, if the National Assembly says no, those troops have to be withdrawn back with immediate effect. So your action is subject to the approval of the National Assembly. Now, let's continue his tweet because I have some things to point out there for you. Tinubu continues, our armed forces acted within the ambit of ECOWAS and within the ambit of ECOWAS protocol on democracy and good governance. They have helped stabilize a neighboring country and have made us proud. Have made us proud of their commitment to sustaining our democratic values and ideals since 1999. Now, let me pick something from that particular quote. They have helped stabilize a neighboring country. Now, if the United States help stabilize Nigeria, would you be against it? Now, I will come to the angle of that. Oh, it is the Benin Republic president that invited Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that the president of Benin Republic, President Talon, sought the assistance of Nigeria. But in this instance, Tinubu did not seek the assistance of the United States. I will come to that in a moment. Now, Tinubu continues. He says, Nigeria stands firmly with the government and people of the Republic of Benin. That would lead me to the cultural aspect of it, which I will come to later on. I told you that there's so many perspectives to this particular topic. Now, let me pick it from the angle of sovereignty. You see, from the angle of sovereignty, Benin Republic is a sovereign nation. Benin Republic has the right to oversee its own affairs. Whether there is a coup or no coup, Benin Republic has the right to manage is own affairs, just as Nigeria has been managing its affairs with elections that are not free and fair. Despite Nigeria has been managing its affairs with turn off your mic, turn off IRF, beavers not working properly, just as Nigeria has been managing its affairs when it comes to human rights abuses by some power-centric politicians in the past, so also Benin Republic as a sovereign nation has the right to manage its affairs. But then, if you go to Benin Republic, definitely you have impugned on the sovereignty of the nation. But then if you are invited, it is okay. But then can the United States also act on Nigeria as you have done on Benin Republic? Some people will say that it is the Benin Republic government that sought the assistance of Nigeria. You see, Nigeria also have always seek the assistance of the United States. Some of you don't know that the United States support Nigeria in terms of aids and loans. If you are supporting a country, that you are giving them goodies, if I can use that word to summarize it, you are helping the country, you are giving some good things to the country. If you are doing that, definitely who will pay the piper dictates the tune. So President Talon may have sought Nigeria's help, but Nigeria also have been seeking the help of the United States. There's another thing we call humanization of sovereignty, and I've explained it in one of my videos before, that every country is free to operate, to preside over its own affairs, on the condition that what you are doing is not to the detriment of a sizable number in your country. The United States would intervene if they discover that what you are doing affects a sizable number of people in your country, or you are using your power over them. But the problem is that the United States, ordinarily, theoretically, and based on the principle of the UN Charter, the United States does not have the right to invade Nigeria. It has to go through the UN Security Council before you can conduct military operation in Nigeria. I've explained that in one of my videos before, so some of my ardent viewers will understand it. If I'm to go deep into that, definitely we won't leave here today. So if you don't want the United States to conduct military operation in Nigeria, don't seek the help of the United States for anything, and don't do anything towards the part of the United States. Then you will have the right. But so long as you are trying to seek the help of the United States, definitely they will always poke nose into your affairs. Now, another thing, let us come to Nigeria now. You see, let me use father and children, for instance. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let us be sincere with ourselves. No matter what anybody wants to say as regards your operation in Benin Republic, you know that Nigeria is not secured. A father that has children at home and those children are hungry, but that father carry food, go they give other people children. That father has either lost his mind, or that father is just, with profound respect, a useless father. In the sense that hunger no fit dey kill your own children for house. You can't get food. The little food where you get, where never do you dey carry and go do Sarah for other people. That doesn't portray you as a responsible father, in the sense that communities in Nigeria are unsecured. Communities in Nigeria are yearning for military intervention. Now, no respond to them. Yewata dey there. Zamfara communities dey there. Sokoto communities dey there. Jigawa communities dey there. Plateau communities, Benue communities, the list is endless. They are there, waiting for your intervention, waiting for your quick, prompt intervention. Where was the Nigerian airstrikes? This air jet that was used in Benin Republic, where was that particular air jet when the Nigerian school children were kidnapped? Where was that particular jet at that point in time? So these are some of the things that we need to look at. Another thing is, I saw an headline. The headline reads, Nigerian Air Force launches precision airstrikes on fleeing Benin Republic coup plotters. Take note, Nigerian Air Force launches precision airstrikes. Oh, okay, Nigerian Air Force. Now, we don't know. So, now if you launch precision airstrikes, oh, but if you conduct operation in Nigeria, that airstrikes will not be of precision. You go meet innocent people. Now, come go they apologize to that community. Now, go they tell them, say, oh, sorry, we are sorry, we didn't know. So you don't know the terrain of Nigeria. But when it comes to another country, you can launch precision airstrikes. Another thing is, as regards precision airstrikes, so your airstrikes can be of precision. Naim Boko Haram never connect. Naim bandits never connect. Naim ISWAP never connect. Lakurawa, Naim they never connect. All these people where they cause Yamayama Magomago for Nigeria. So your airstrikes fit get precision. Naim these people never collect. It just shows say we never did serious as a country, because if you look at it well, this Nigerian Air Force that was swift, that was fast, that was able to quell the issue in Benin Republic, the same Nigerian Air Force, if they go any operation, they go say, oh, Boko Haram, cut our weapons. We know that there are some fifth columnists in government. We know that there are some fifth columnists within the military ranks itself. We know that, okay, this is a community slash local issue. But then again, be of perfection in your own country, Nigeria, as well. And another thing is that, why is the Senate keeping quiet in all of this? The Nigerian Senate, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has acted without your approval. By now, if everything goes right, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is afraid of the Nigerian Senate, if there's any atom of fear in his mind, by now, as I'm speaking to you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have already transferred a letter to the National Assembly notifying them of Nigerian Air Force leaving the territory of Nigeria to launch precision airstrikes in another country, and seeking their approval, having explained the circumstance that led him to deploy the Nigerian armed forces. But then, how will Bola Ahmed Tinubu be afraid of the National Assembly when the number 3 man in Nigeria, Godswill Akpabio, the Senate president, will say that the mother of the Senate, Remi Tinubu, has invited them to a sumptuous meal? You can imagine that. And you have to conduct checks and balance on the same presidency. And let us look at France. Now, let's travel to France, my dear people. There are reports that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took that order based on two major influence. Number one is, there was allegedly, as I read in some part of the media, that there was a communication from France that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should help out. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to show macho man. He already deployed troops. That is one. There was also a report that there was communication from President Talon himself of Benin Republic, and Tinubu acted on the request of the president. There's also another report. It's 3, not 2. There's also another report that the ECOWAS heads of state and government, that they spoke, and when they spoke, they took a decision that there should be a military coalition of ECOWAS armed forces. They should help out in Benin Republic, comprising of Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and Cote d'Ivoire. Those 4 countries. But let us look at it well. President Talon calling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would that make Bola Ahmed Tinubu to act fast? It may inspire him. Let us look at that of ECOWAS. It may inspire him. But the one that did the magic, if you understand international relations and diplomacy well, and you understand the personnel of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you're going to send that call from France. That magical communication from France, that would have inspired Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because France is losing grip on the countries, the Francophone countries, which are the countries that France colonized. Some of them are going the way of COUP, in the sense that Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, and recently Guinea-Bissau, these are countries that have been affected by COUP plots. Now, Benin Republic. So definitely France will not want to lose its exploitation grounds anymore, because most of these countries are exploitation grounds for France. So in this instance, what I can tell Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that, Mr. President, with profound respect, you need these African countries, you need them more than France, in the sense that some of these countries are your neighboring countries, and these countries are trying to sever ties with France, particularly Niger, that shares border with you in northern Nigeria, whereby there's large insecurity, where there's mammoth insecurity in northern Nigeria, and the border you share with Niger, you need Niger to keep its own end strong, just so that if any insurgents want to leave Nigeria, they will push them back in for the Nigerian forces to deal with them, and the Niger government will not allow insurgents on its own soil to cross over to the Nigerian soil. As they're about to do that, the Niger military will finish them. But if you now decide to go the way of France, if you decide to go the way of France as you are doing now, definitely Niger will be careful of you, because Niger is seeking its liberation from France. Mali will be careful of you. Chad will be careful of you. Burkina Faso will be careful of you. So as much as you want to please France, be very careful of your African neighbors, Be very careful of your big brother role to African countries. If you are acting on the invitation of President Talon and based on ECOWAS, it's fine. But for you to align with the oppressor of the African countries, the colonizers, that itself, I found it distasteful. But you helping Benin Republic out, that is a bit, should I say, okay in some aspect. But you now aligning with France, if it is France that inspired you to take that action, which apparently is the case, that itself is not good enough. Now let us go to Benin Republic. Let's talk about the coupists. You see, those coupists, they are amateur coupists. They never sabi the work well, in the sense that you want to plan a coup. You have planned the coup. The first thing you will target is the man that holds the authority of power in the country, which is President Talon. You didn't arrest the man. The man is not under your control. You not buy the man. You went to TV station to go and broadcast coup plots. That is nonsense. You must be an amateur coupist. If you read the plan of those that were planning coup in Nigeria for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what was their plan? At a national gathering, they want to instantly buy Tinubu, Shetima, and Akpabio, Abbas, Wike, and some of these political figures. That is a strategic coup plotter. But in this instance, those in Benin Republic, they don't get sense. So, in the sense that you want to do coup, you went to the media station, and the president is not under your control. That itself is nonsense. So, and at the end of the day, you are not in firm control of anything, and they were able to weed you out just easily like that. No, I think that they are just amateur coupists. Now, let us come back to Nigeria. Mr. President, sir, I have a word for you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your priority should be the security of Nigeria. Nigerians no elect you to go secure one government for Benin Republic. Wetin Nigeria elect you for now to secure the lives and property of Nigerians. That is your primary. You see that way you go do for Benin Republic. Now, just by the way. And another thing that comes to mind is, recently, they were saying that, oh, if they throw any kind of like bomb in Nigeria, or should I say drone strikes in Nigeria, that millions of naira, hundreds of millions of naira would have gone down the drain. Is it 150 million naira or 750 million naira per airstrike, you know, if you use drone? So this one, where you go to, no be Nigeria's taxpayers' money. So you know, you they complain. Your boys, these army chiefs, they were complaining about funding. You no get drone to provide security for Nigeria. The one where we supposed to use, may Boko Haram collect, may ISIS, may ISWAP collect. You don't carry and go where? You don't carry and go Benin Republic. So when you won't go do one for Benin Republic now, money day. But when it comes to that of Nigeria, money no go day. Precision airstrikes, if he reach Benin Republic, but the minister where you fire, Badaru, talk say, oh, bomb, you know, go fit penetrate because Boko Haram, they hide under bush for Sambisa forest. But now, if you work for Benin Republic, so my point is, get your priorities right, Mr. President, and do the primary purpose that you are elected for. And always remember that this money is not your money. It is taxpayers' money. And I just hope that the National Assembly will hold you accountable. At least make concrete explanation of why you took that decision. And I just hope that you will devote such energy to the protection of life and property of Nigerians. It's been an interesting time with you. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.